Hey friends, it's Paige Evans. Thanks for joining me today. I have a new process video to share with you. This is a hand-cut large repeating title. This is one of the layouts that I love to teach in my in-person workshops. So I'm using my Bloom Street collection. This is the blue plaid paper number 19, which I've chosen as my background. And I'm going to do just a little bit of mixed media first. I'm grabbing white acrylic paint, mixing it with water, and then I'm using a toothbrush to splatter it onto the background. And I love the fine mist that a toothbrush creates, as well as larger water droplets. And then I came in with a paintbrush, a regular paintbrush, and splashed just a few more droplets. And I was centering it in the middle of the background and then spread out towards the edges. And now I'm bringing in my favorite watercolors, Pastel Dreams by Prima. I love the colors, how they match almost all of my collections, and you can mix them together to make them match, and I love their opacity. So I'm starting with the lightest colors first, yellows and oranges, blues, and then working my way to the darker shades of colors in this set of watercolors. I'm not drying in between the colors. They just kind of blend together, and then I grabbed the tropical sets and splashed some darker blues. These are the papers I'm using: paper 2, paper 4, paper 6, paper 8, paper 10, paper 16, and paper 23. And these are all from my Bloom Street collection with pink paisley. Since I've had this collection for a few months and I've been scrapbooking with it, I already have these pattern papers that I've cut into for previous projects. So instead of cutting just one or two letters out from the full-sized pattern papers, I'm gonna delve into my scraps. And I used my cut file, which is love, and I'm repeating it 3 times. So I'm tracing the L with a pencil onto 3 different patterns, and then I'll trace the O onto 3 different patterns, the V onto 3 different patterns, and the E onto 3 different patterns. I'm tracing on the front sides of the patterns. It's okay that the pencil lines may or may not show after I cut them out, because I'm going to distress the edges, and that will get rid of any of the leftover pencil marks. Just trying to figure out where I want the placement. There's some different colors of triangles, and I want the brighter pastel colors. So just if you want to center on a certain part of a pattern, this is a great way to do that by tracing on the front of it instead of the back of it. One more E, I think, and then we'll cut them all out. So this is an alternative if you don't have an electronic die cut machine, is to cut out letters. You can print letters and cut those letters out and use them as templates. And I'm using my favorite pair of scissors. These are from American Crafts. They're fine tipped and perfect for fussy cutting. I enjoy fussy cutting. I know a lot of people don't, but I love the results. So I'm working on the last letter now, fast forwarded in time just a little bit. Here's my pile of letters. Now the next step is to distress all of the edges. You can use your fingernail, you can use the same pair of scissors that you used to cut them out, or there are even official distressing tools, which I don't have. So I'm just using the edge of scissors and distressing the edges, and this will help the letters pop off of the background. Since I'm using kind of a darker color background, having this white edge exposed from the distressing will help them pop off the background. Here's the last one. My background has dried. I was tracing and cutting out the letters as it was drying. So now I'm going to arrange the letters all across the background to say love, love, love. Another way to add more interest and dimension is to use foam squares to attach your pieces in place. So on the back of every letter, I'm adding a few foam squares, peeling off the layer and sticking them down. And I don't press too hard as I'm sticking them down, just in case I need to nudge things around a little bit. I'm not using a ruler or anything to try and make it straight. I just like the homespun, homemade look of the little imperfections. And So I'm attaching all of the letters down. Putting on the last E now, lifting up the layout to make sure I got them all. They're all stuck down. And the O's make perfect spots for photos. So I'm using 2 photos. I'll place one in the top O, and I did an internal offset on the O to make it slightly smaller so that you can still see the pattern paper behind it. Because the more pattern papers I can use on a layout, the better. Pattern paper is my favorite scrapbook supply. So the photos look identical, but they're slightly different. They were taken in the same couple seconds, and I'm attaching them with slightly thinner foam squares. So the official title will be Love, Love, Love You. So I'm using my floral foam thickers from Bloomstreet to curve the YOU along that bottom photo's edge. Coming in with a couple floral cardstock stickers, and in the same cardstock stickers there are a whole bunch of colorful hearts, and so I'm going to scatter a few of those around the layout, kind of tone on tone, but not necessarily. I added a silver heart sticker on that middle L, a one-of-a-kind sticker on that bottom E, a happy sticker and heart on that top right E. For journaling, I'm trimming out a piece of pattern paper that's lined. It's the B side of the colorful umbrellas paper, and adding it into the center O. If you have another picture, you can fill in this O with a picture instead of journaling and just write your journaling somewhere else. But since I only had 2 photos, I'm just filling in this middle one with journaling, so writing on these printed lines. And then I'm going to frame it with a flower sticker. So one thing I love to do is trim floral stickers in half and then use them to edge my journaling. There we have it. That's the finished layout. I hope you are inspired to create something similar using my Bloomstreet collection. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, and have a great day.